Desert Peak Ultra inauguration year, where I'm out here volunteering, watching some runners do some amazing things.
Oh, right in the mouth. A bug?
Yeah. So we got Christian and Christy about to, well, we are currently course marking for Desert Peak. This is the 100K section, right?
This is both.
Oh, there's a stump.
Right.
Marking at its finest. Sadly, the altitude is definitely getting me. What about you too? Christian?
Yeah, a little bit for sure.
I do. We're all pretty much sea level.
Yeah.
I live at like 300 foot.
I think I live at like 3 feet.
Same.
I got more altitude on y'all.
Yeah.
I'm the more acclimated at 300 foot.
At 300 foot.
But we're at like 58 or something.
We're, yeah, just under 6, right? That's what you said. So yeah, we're fucking dying, and we're not even a mile in. Not really, but
We'll be fine.
we'll be fine. Hopefully, well, Christy and I are doing 11-ish miles with 2,000 feet of gain, right?
Yeah.
And then Christian, you're doing about,
I'm doing like 11 with 1,300 feet a game, but I'm only marking like 6 of it.
oh yeah,
Gotta
yeah.
come in and out.
Yeah, so this is what you do when you work for Everyday Ultra and you gotta race and you come out here. You gotta volunteer and help and get everything fucking set up. But this course is awesome. The views are amazing. Desert for sure. And this is gonna be an epic fucking race. Let's go. So you may be wondering why I'm posting this video when I actually didn't run the race. And that's because this is an experience. As an ultra runner, a coach, and someone that does content, I wanted to share just an experience and a journey that I was going through on this. For Desert Peak Ultra, the 100K and the 50K, I had quite a few runners out here racing. So instead of actually coming out to run the race, I decided to come out and volunteer when I could and whenever it was needed. And honestly, just be out here to support my runners and to run a whole bunch, which Christy and I got in 2 huge days of running that you will see throughout this video. I mean, the views are gorgeous. I had the greatest time. And these views that you're seeing right now are part of the course for the 100 and the 50K, and we were out here course marking. At the top?
Sorta.
Ish of our adventure today. Course marking at Desert Peak still, obviously. And it is epic. This is epic. Look at this shit. Thankfully, I'm not racing this though. You too?
No.
Yeah. We're just course marking, and yeah, no, we're not racing. Not racing. This is 11 miles. We're about halfway in right now, and it's gorgeous. But I'm glad I'm not running it, and I think Christy is too. So we're just out here having some fun. As soon as we got done course marking, we decided to go back to the start line where we could hear Joe give an amazing speech, and I had to share it with you.
Who's heard of the Cocodona 250? Who's heard of the Cocodona 250? Yeah? So if you're unfamiliar, it's a race that starts just outside of Phoenix, Arizona, goes all through some of the old mining towns, goes through Sedona, and you end up in Flagstaff, 250 miles on foot. Starts on Monday on the week, and the cutoff from the last runners goes all the way until Saturday. And it is a brutal expedition journey through the desert. And this is my first time doing 200 miles. And just like all of you here, I was in that same position, getting excited, a little bit nervous, maybe a lot nervous, right? When you're like, oh my gosh, I'm about to do this big thing. And it was about to be the adventure of a lifetime. And so fast forward a couple days in, so at this point, the furthest I'd gone was 100 miles. I'm at mile 190, okay? I'm at mile 190, fast forward, and actually it was right after a section with Liz over here, Coach Liz. She had paced me, and I was broken, like messed up. I couldn't control my emotions because I got an hour and a half of sleep in a matter of 3 days. My legs felt like someone was just taking my quads and wringing them out like a towel. Like I could not even just like comprehend where I was. I couldn't control my emotions. It was just the most wild experience. And we end up coming into this aid station, and I remember getting into there because I was going to go nap, and I remember thinking, I was like, how the heck am I going to go even farther? I was at mile 190, and that sounds close to the end of a 250-mile race. That's 60 miles left to go, and I'm broken. I have no idea where to go. No idea where to go. And so that's when I start to think about all the things in life that if you think about any time you're doing a big challenge, right? What's like the thing that helps to make that big challenge feel a lot smaller is take that next step forward, right? That's it. Again, another cliche, but I'm telling you this is the most powerful thing in ultra running is all you got to just tell yourself is I just need to make it to the next aid station. And if that just seems too far, you just got to make it the next mile. And if that seems too far, make it to the next tree. And that's all I told myself was get myself to this next aid station. But still, I had that voice in the back of my head. Everyone like know that voice, that one voice in the back of your head that's always talking about you can't do this, how the heck are you gonna do this, like all that stuff. That voice was loud and crazy. And so anyways, I have one of my best friends in the world, Scott, come in. He's coming in to pace me, and Scott's amazing. He's like the most positive dude I know. I love the guy to death. I would take a bullet for him, and anytime I'm around him, I feel so positive. And he comes up, he's hyped, he's all fresh. He's like, let's go, man. It's 2 a.m. I'm broken. I got like, broth all over my face because I can't eat right. Like, I'm just like, bro, I don't know if I can do this energy right now. He's like, no, come on, man, let's go. And so he's like, let's run out of here. And I was like, bro, I cannot run. I just got to walk. And again, that voice is going louder, being like, you can't walk, like, you can't run, you have to walk at this point. And he's like, all right, fine, like, let's walk a little bit too. So we start walking out there, and it's a miserable sight. I'm walking head down, so just like disoriented. And he looks at me and he just goes, hey man, this is awesome. And I go, what did you just say? He's like, dude, this is awesome. It's like, bro, like not now. Like I'm fighting demons right now. Like I'm not here for this hokey woo-woo stuff right now. He's like, no, bro, like say it. I want you to say it. I was like, dude, I don't want to say it, man. Like I just want to just keep going. He's like, no, like I want you to say it right now. I'm like, all right, man, this is awesome. Cool. He's like, bro, say it like you mean it, man. Come on. I'm like, all right, man, this is awesome. This is awesome, dude. And I'm flipping him off, and he's like, all right, that's the spirit. He's like, okay. And then so we're running, and I'm like, I don't know what he's trying to do here. And then he goes, bro, what is this right now? I was like, shitty? He's like, no. He's like, this is what? And I was like, all right, this is awesome. Then all of a sudden, I find myself just kind of moving a little bit more. And he's like, bro, what is this right now? I was like, dude, this is kind of awesome. And then I feel something changing in me, and then all of a sudden, that change starts to turn into a little bit of a shuffle. And he's like, bro, what is this right now? I was like, this is awesome, man. And now we're going and going and going, and we're starting to run 10-minute miles. So all of a sudden he goes, bro, how you feeling? I'm like, bro, this is awesome. And I'm running 8-minute miles after the point that I was broken. And we end up cruising through. I make it up Mount Elvin, and I cross the finish line at Cocodona finisher. And the point here is this, is that the way that you talk to yourself out there freaking matters. It matters. You can have the voice in your head telling you all the reasons why you can't do it, but the things that come out of your mouth, don't say this sucks, this is miserable, oh my gosh. You gotta say this is awesome, this is amazing, I am strong, I can do these things. Because you can have the thoughts, but once you put it into reality, there's something crazy that neurochemically changes in your brain that produces the chemicals to be like, hey, this is true. What you say actually matters. To break this thing even down more, because this sounds woo-woo and hokey and law of attraction kind of stuff, but this is the thing that I always think about. It's a little bit of a dark example, but this is the powerful thing. So back in World War II, they actually used to, there was one country that would capture people, and basically their form of torture was they would have them read their ideologies and beliefs. And so when they came out of being captured, they actually believed all those beliefs from reading it over and over and over and over again. So this goes down into like neurological warfare that you have to do onto your mind to say the things that empower you. So my biggest encouragement for all of you out there is when you're in the moment and you feel like this sucks, this is hard, this is bad, I can't do this, I want you to look to the person next to you and be like, this is freaking awesome. I want you to go out and say to yourself, even if there's no one around, I can freaking do this. I want you to get to the top of the Mount Lemon, get the lemonade, and be like, man, I earned this lemonade because I am amazing. So make sure that the things that come out of your mouth is great, not just because it's just fun and it's awesome and it's hype, it's because the words that you say genuinely matter from a neurochemical perspective. And guess what? At the end of the finish line, you're gonna cross it saying 3 words, this is awesome, you get that, collect your finish reward, and then all you gotta do is just take that memory, put it in the bank, and the next time you're out in a hard challenge, all you gotta remember is this is awesome. So, that's my piece of verse. What is this race gonna be?
Awesome.
There we go. No, say it again like you mean it. Come on. Awesome. Oh, one more time. Come on, baby. We're running 50 out of it. There we go.
All right, so what a story that was, and as someone who literally experienced that with him, it was just such an amazing story, and I'm so glad I caught it on video to share with everyone. But what I'm really excited for was the panel of runners that we had on for the pre-race meeting. And the one story that really stuck out with me was with Randy Zuckerberg, and I was so fortunate to record it, and I'm here to share it with everyone. So get ready for another amazing speech.
Thank you. Well, first of all, I also just want to say how grateful I am for you and the team. There's really no sport like this where where people are so supportive of one another, and runners who are like 10 times as good as you will come support you. Like, Shelby, the fact that you supported me in Black Canyon and now today, and you're such an elite runner yourself, I think is just a testament to this community. Joe, the fact that you dropped everything and came to face me in an FKT that I was doing, there really is no community like this. And also just to shout out some of my crew members, Joe Lipsky and Mary Claire Patterson, who were at Cocodona with me last year, are coming back again to join the team. So I'm 44. I'm a mom of 3. I never thought of myself as an athlete. If you had, my family staged an intervention when I told them I was running Cocodona. They were like, "Is this a cry for help? Do you need money?" I'm not the kind of person who signs up for a race like that. But I had a moment when I turned 40 where I felt like if someone was writing the story of my life, I wouldn't even be the main character in it. It would be about my brother, and it would be about my husband, and it would be about my kids, and it made me feel so awful about myself. How could I have gotten this far in my life and be a supporting character in the story of my own life? I don't even know if I'd be named in the story of my own life. I'd just be so-and-so's sister or so-and-so's wife. And I didn't really know what to do with that feeling. And when I crossed the finish line of Cocodona, I was like, I am the main character in my story. No one can say that this was because of anyone else in my life. This was because of my own hard work and my own grit and my own determination to show up for myself. And I think it was the first time in my life, at age 43, that I had something that was all mine. And I'm so excited for anyone here who's doing a first race like that to have that feeling, because I feel like I walk through life differently. I walk into rooms differently, and I'm not an elite runner, but I hold my head high differently in rooms that I used to feel invisible in. So for me, that's my why of being in the sport.
So good, so good. And I'm sure a lot of y'all can resonate too, whether you're your parents yourselves or maybe you're taking care of someone in your family or anything, and that's all amazing. But this is your weekend out here. This is you, and you're the one climbing.
As we went down to dinner and finished up the night, the next morning was the start of the 100K. An amazing thing to watch so many of my athletes go and start the race and just get out there and go after this crazy course that we have. As soon as the runners went off, we decided to go hit another trail, and so we wouldn't interrupt any of the runners out in the actual course for the 100K. We went out to the back side of the 100K, which would be the other 50K, and got to look and experience the course. Again, another portion of the race with gorgeous views. We were super excited to be out there, and this part of the course was actually more runnable.
Day 2 out at Desert Peak. Chrissy and I are now running 15-ish miles. Are we halfway? No.
No. We're 6.
We're 6 miles in. Halfway through the vert, and look at this place. The race is going on. We're out enjoying the views, enjoying part of the course. We're on the runnable back half of the 60K. 100K. Oh my goodness. Back half of the 100K, 60 miles. It's gorgeous out here, and it is very runnable for anyone wanting to do it next year. We are having the time of our life compared to yesterday. You got nothing?
Nothing.
That's it. We'll see how the rest of this day goes.
Go for snake. We got a desert snake. He's non-venomous. He's just chilling. We're leaving him alone because we're both terrified of snakes. This run's been great.
Until now.
I had to share some of the weird vibes that went on this race. This is a prime example, and the reason we enjoy so much. Not to mention, we actually got to see a Gila monster. This was all of our first time seeing one, and we geeked out.
Shakeout run on Sunday, last day at Desert Peak. We're all tired, but the body needed this. Let's go. We got Lizzie behind me, and then Chrissy back there, and just cruising, shaking out the body because we're all dead ass tired, and we probably shouldn't have done this, but we did. You know, typical runners.
Another video of some weird stuff going on here at Desert Peak, but that's what happens when you get very little sleep. I really enjoyed all of my time out there at Desert Peak, and I sadly didn't record too much more content other than what I've shown. So I decided to end with sharing some photos of amazing runners that I got to meet out there, not to mention all of the amazing athletes and everyday ultra runners that were out there and tackled this crazy race. Thank you so much for watching this short little clip of an amazing time out at Desert Peak Ultra, and don't forget to like and subscribe.